All right, guys, today we're here to talk to you guys about an anti-drain oil adapter from our friends over at BAXTER Performance. So you probably just watched our recent video where we actually talked about the techs and everything on the supercharger. I'll make sure I put a link up in the corner for that. But I'm gonna have Caleb actually go through. He got a lot of the tech specs. He met the owner of BAXTER Performance at SEMA, and there's actually some really cool things about this. And I personally have noticed a difference. It's like one of those subtle things, like, wait a minute, the car doesn't chatter. I don't hear the chattering in the pistons anymore because there's oil inside up in the engine bay. So I'm gonna let Caleb kind of talk to you guys about some tech. That's the product right there. It's super, super simple.
All right, so yeah, as Malin said, today we're talking about the BAXTER Performance anti-drain adapter for the 2022 BRZ. This will also fit on the Gen 1 BRZ as well. So this is actually a really cool little product. The reason why I'm so excited about this thing is it will actually help with a lot of the issues that people are having with their second gen BRZs and probably ease a lot of people's minds. So what this does is, it's very simple. This little drain adapter actually helps prevent oil from draining out of your oil filter. And you may be asking yourself, well, that's not an issue I've ever really thought about. Most people don't. It's kind of been a hidden issue that Mr. BAXTER has been focusing on for the last few years. And so if you've ever done your own oil change, you'll notice that right after you turn your car off, you let it cool down for a few seconds and you take off your oil filter, all the oil will be drained out of the oil filter in about 30 seconds or so. With this product, it is baffled and it has a one-way check valve in there. It will actually make sure that oil stays filled all the way to the top of the oil filter, of course with a little gap so there can still be a little bit of air in there. But the oil filter will stay filled all the way up. So without the adapter, after about 30 seconds, the oil filter will drain and it can actually drain all the way back down into the pan. So we're gonna go over here, we'll take a closer look at those galleys so you can see what we're talking about. Inside the front timing cover, this is what it looks like. This is gonna be your oil pump. There's these two little ports here that are underneath this plate that nobody ever takes off. Well, the interesting thing about this plate is there's no sealant on the bottom of this plate. So once this thing heats up and metal starts to expand, air can actually travel in between these arteries here, allowing air to get into the system, and that is what causes your oil to drain back so far. And so the benefit of that is that you actually won't have as clinky of a startup. The boxer motor is typically pretty loud on startup, and that's most likely the culprit of that issue. The last major feature that I want to talk to you guys about is probably the most important. So if you guys notice here, there's actually a little Schrader valve on the side of the anti-drain bag adapter. The cool thing about this is when you do your oil change, you can actually take this little cap off, hook up an air hose to it. You want to leave your drain plug actually installed, take off the oil cap, and then you can blow all the junk that's inside your oil system back out into the pan. So for those of you that might have fear that there's RTV clogged inside your pickup, any other oil issues you have, the RTV one is a big one, especially on the second gen. Hooking the air up to your Schrader valve here, you can actually blow that RTV out into your pan, and then when you take the drain plug out, you can drain all that stuff out with your oil pan. That's a very easy and quick solution for the RTV and the oil pickup that would save you guys a lot of money so you're not having to pull your pans, and probably ease a lot of minds at night so you're not worried about oil being in the pickup and blocking it up and your oil getting, or your car getting oil starvation.
So we're gonna test this. We can test this on Alex's car, right?
Yeah.
So, because this car, we showed you guys a video before where we actually pulled the pan. We showed you guys the RTV in there, which wasn't a lot for the miles we had. But we do have Alex's car who does track his car and things like that. And so we actually are very interested to see what that's all about. So we're gonna actually try this product on his car and see what it does for the removal of all or any of the RTV in there. Let us know what you guys think below. I think Caleb did a good job explaining everything on that. We'll get this product up on our website. We'll have a link below. Anything else on it? So explain that again. You said you have to take the oil cap actually off and not like the drain plug. What did he tell you? Yeah,
so the extra step whenever you're doing your oil change now is that you have the Schrader valve here. You're gonna hook up an air hose to it. You're gonna wanna remove the oil cap here so that when you push air into the system, the air can escape out of the oil cap without blowing all oil out of the oil drain plug all over your shop, all over the walls, everything like that.
Well, we're gonna try it, guys. So we'll check it out and let you guys know. Cool, see you guys on the next video.